There are moments in life that change us forever. Moments when time seems to slow down, when the mind becomes quiet, when you stop thinking and simply become aware. You notice your heartbeat, you notice your breath, you notice that you're fully here. And in that moment, a deep sense of peace and euphoria appears. Everything feels beautiful. You feel connected to yourself, to life, and to something greater in the existence. Throughout history, people have described this experience in different ways. Buddhists called it awakening. Mystics called it union with the divine. Psychologists called it a peak experience, a moment when every part of you comes into harmony. And after experiencing it, almost everyone asks the same question: how do I get back to this? I asked that question too. For more than a year, I practiced returning to that state until I could access it consistently. But what surprised me the most is what happened next. Because alignment, or enlightenment, the state I thought was a destination, turned out to be the beginning of much bigger journey. So, what actually happens after enlightenment? What enlightenment really is? To understand what happens after enlightenment, we first need to understand what enlightenment is. My simplest definition is this: enlightenment is the moment when your mind reconnects with your higher consciousness, with your soul, with your inner being. Call it the way you like. For most of our lives, the mind is busy, thinking, analyzing, planning, and trying to control everything. Then suddenly, for a moment, it becomes quiet. And in that quietness, something beautiful happens. You begin to feel a deeper intelligence that has always been there. A deeper part of yourself, a wiser part of yourself, a part of you that sees the bigger picture. Albert Einstein once said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant." Enlightenment is the moment when the servant becomes quiet enough to hear the gift. When the mind reconnects with the soul for the first time after a long period of busyness and distance, it feels extraordinary, and naturally, the desire arises to experience it again. And when you connect to your soul again and again, a dialogue between your mind and your soul, your higher consciousness, and your mental consciousness begins. You start to understand your higher consciousness, your inner wisdom, your non-physical counterpart. These are simply different names that teachers and masters across cultures and centuries have used for the same luminous reality. The aspect of you that exists beyond the thinking mind, that holds the larger vision of your life, that has always been gently, faithfully broadcasting its guidance into your direction. As this connection deepens, and as the dialogue grows more fluent, something remarkable begins to happen across every dimension of your experience. Your perception expands. You become aware of two layers of reality simultaneously. The physical world you can see, hear, smell, and touch, and the realm of vibrations, of frequencies, of energies that you can sense from within, warm and present, alive beneath the surface of every ordinary moment. Synchronicities begin appearing with increasing frequency. You think of someone and they call. You carry a question and the answer arrives through a book, through a stranger, a perfectly timed conversation. Carl Jung called this meaningful coincidences. And when they begin arriving constantly with a precision and a gentleness that feels almost like being tended to, they no longer feel coincidental at all. You begin receiving manifestations to all the desires you have carried for years. Steps appear at the threshold of the morning. Steps appear at the threshold of your awareness. Insights arrive during a walk. Guidance moves you from within, and you start feeling this inner guidance. Your capacity to read the field around you deepens. Before someone speaks, you start sensing the quality of their inner emotional state. You start sensing whether they're aligned or not, whether they're genuinely present with you or not. And as your own coherence grows more steady, you begin attracting people of similar depth. Conversations become richer. Relationships carry more genuine resonance. The people who find their way into your life arrive already harmonious with who you are becoming. Your body starts feeling different. More alive, more energized, more at home in itself. Dreams that once lived at a comfortable, safe distance begin moving into form. Your sense of self-worth becomes less conditional, less tied to external circumstances, less dependent on the weather of other people's opinions, and more deeply rooted in something that simply knows its own value. Your confidence grows. Stamina grows. The people around you begin to notice that you carry a positive quality most of the time, that you are joyful most of the time, and your intention feels clean and genuine, that your life is quietly showing, it's quietly expressing the joy and wisdom and beauty and fulfillment of your inner world. Neville Goddard said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled." And perhaps this is precisely what expanding alignment is, becoming emotionally coherent with the reality of the wish fulfilled. Because when you are aligned with your soul, you are aligned with all your desires. Because your higher consciousness already holds the signal of your desires, already broadcasts it to you. And when you align with your higher consciousness, every little detail of your desire starts appearing in your reality, and your mind expands. Think of a way a child enters first grade and discovers that marks on a page can become words, that words can become stories, that stories can become entire world. Then second grade builds on this. Third grade deepens it further. Each level of understanding makes the next level of understanding available. Each expansion of perception reveals a layer of reality that was always present but previously invisible. This is the nature of what unfolds after enlightenment. Your mind expands as you expose yourself to new experiences, new levels of awareness, new and ever more refined ways of perceiving what is real. Your sense of self expands. And as your sense of self expands, your point of attraction expands with it, because reality always mirrors the inner landscape you inhabit. Enlightenment is the beginning of a relationship between your physical mind and your higher consciousness. The moment the mind becomes quiet and coherent enough to hear its own higher self, a completely new dialogue with life begins. And as this connection deepens, as the relationship grows more fluent, more trusting, more genuinely intimate, your perception expands. Your guidance becomes clearer. Your reality begins reflecting a more aligned, more radiant, more genuinely sovereign version of who you are. The experiences, the people, the opportunities that find you, they become more resonant, more fulfilling. And this process of deepening, of expansion meeting expansion, of soul meeting soul, is not something that arrives at a final point and rests. It's eternal, ever opening, consciously, luminously more. This is what lies on the other side of that first extraordinary date with your soul. A love story with your own existence. So, if you have experienced enlightenment, continue coming back to the same point of contact with your soul and start a dialogue and start to see how your mind expands and how your life changes accordingly. If you want to learn more how to cultivate this connection, how to establish a conscious, ongoing, deeply personal dialogue with your inner being, with your higher consciousness, with your soul, I would love to guide you. Visit the link below. I've already walked this path with thousands of people, and I would be honored to walk it with you too.